Well, hello there, Internet. Thank you so much for joining me in this overhead press workout. This workout is actually from Tuesday morning. So bear with me as I try to remember what I was actually doing. This is 80, wait a second. Oh, yeah, this is 82 pounds for a set of 6. Felt great. Then my next set, I did 86 pounds for a set of 4. Also great. And then I finished off with my last set of 76 pounds for a set of 8, which was the hardest one of the bunch. So plugging right along, really happy with how my overhead press is progressing. I feel like I'm going to continue being able to move forward without a stall in the near future, which is always a nice feeling. Overall, it just keeps feeling sturdy, and I really like that. It's definitely up there with one of my favorite exercises. Then I just did a couple sets of my ring pull-ups. I got a set of 7 and a set of 6. And for my incline press, if anybody watched my other video, I mentioned I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do about my dumbbell incline press. Basically, all that I did was I just reduced the weight. I was doing the 40-pound dumbbells, and it just made my left arm feeling like it was just going all over the place and not staying very stabilized. So I just reduced the weight to 35 pounds and added a pause, a very brief pause at the bottom, just trying to get a bit more control. So I did the 35-pound dumbbells for a set of 10 and a set of 9, and I'm going to keep it paused. Unfortunately, I don't have a set of 37.5 dumbbells. So I'm going to have to kind of make that big leap. And when it's an upper body dumbbell, that is a big leap for me going from 35s to 40. Hopefully I can keep it controlled, keep it paused, and keep that arm in a line and doing the right path. But I'm going to stick with the 35s for a little while and just keep bumping up the reps until I feel like I can better handle the 40s. And then, and beyond, I have sets of 45-pound dumbbells. I don't know how I'm going to get there. Again, it's a bigger jump, but I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. We're just going to keep the eye on the prize. Then I did just one set of my cable fly. I also added like some cable low row today as well. I don't do that one very often. It used to be my favorite one, but I've found that the variation of the cable fly I do just to be a bit more effective. But I did both today just for the sake of it. I think I did. I also am increasing my volume on my lateral raises. I typically do like 3 sets in my workout, and I was just like, you know what? I think I want to do a massive amount of volume of lateral raises, see if I can bring up the side delts. So I think I did a million sets, but don't worry, I didn't show you guys all of them because I feel like you get the point. It'd be kind of redundant. I probably already showed you too many. But anyways, that's near the end. And some random bicep curls as well, some seated bicep curls. So all in all, it was a pretty great session. I wish I could find a lateral raise attachment for my squat rack. I think that'd be really nice to stop, like, because I find lateral raises so freaking boring. And it's just kind of like, I know I have to do this because I care a lot about the side delts. I care a lot about the side delts. But I find all of the pressing movements to be the fun ones, whereas lateral raises are just a chore. But I think it would be a lot more fun if I had one of those like lateral raise attachments. Unfortunately, the one at Bells of Steel doesn't fit my squat rack because it's for 3x3 uprights. We call it the shoulder boulder, and I really want something like that, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to look around. I don't know if one exists out there somehow in the world, even like a crappy one. Even if I could just find a crappy one somewhere to fit my 2x2 squat rack, I think that'd be cool just to spice things up. But I don't know. I'll look for it down the road. I will say that this week has been shockingly draining. And I say that because this was a very short week for me because I am on a few days of holidays now. So today is Thursday. I'm off today. This is my very first day of vacation since I started working for Bells of Steel. So it's always a great milestone to hit when you're finally far enough in that you are starting to use some of your vacation time. So, and tomorrow is just my standard Friday off. And then Monday is, in Canada, our May long weekend. So it's a 5-day long weekend. And I thought, oh, this week is going to be easy peasy. It's going to fly by for whatever reason, just like my fatigue was absolutely at its peak. I just felt super drained. I was having so much anxiety. It just felt so much tightness in my chest pretty much every day this week, just trying to like survive each day. I can't say for sure why I felt like that. I don't know if it's just stress, and it's kind of affecting everything because my digestion has gone to shit, probably because of stress. And I also felt like a little bit of my upper back was kind of seizing at random sometimes when I would take deep breaths. Again, I think it's just from all the hyperventilating that I was doing. Again, not like I'm thinking about anything that's causing it. It's just happening. And as well too, which could be the main trigger. You never know like which came first. I'm also like waking up at 3 a.m. and basically just getting up. And so it's just, and then I can't even stay up until 8. And then I would wake up 15 minutes early. So it started where it's like one day, this shoulder day, this workout I did today, I woke up at 3:40. And I was like, oh shit, well, whatever. Let's just do the workout. I'm not going to fall back asleep. But then I can't have to keep going to bed earlier and earlier because I'm so freaking tired. And then the next day, the Wednesday morning, I woke up at 3:15, and it's like, oh, just shoot me. So of course I'm like, oh, let's do a leg workout. And then it's like, why do I have this tightness in my chest? I can't figure it out. And that's like last time, like I can't even stay up past 7:30. It's like, I don't want to be in this cycle. So this week that was supposed to be fun and easy was just kind of a nightmare. And I just kind of felt like I was in a trance. So it's like just this fatigue, OCD obsessing over everything because I'm too tired and I don't know what plan I'm on anymore kind of trance. And just feeling overall just super beat up. And so now that it's Thursday, I'm really, really glad that I've made it to my long weekend. I hope to head into next week feeling much more refreshed. And like I was thinking, because it's hard for me to just say, oh, I'm burnt out. Feel like I don't want to let myself say that because it's like, well, what do you have to be burnt out about? Like you get to work at home, answering messages and emails and stuff about gym equipment. Why would you be burnt out? And it's like, you don't have to be a nurse coming off a double shift or a mother of 6 kids or anything like that, or like heavy duty into construction. You don't have to be any of those things to be entitled to feeling burnt out. Sometimes things in life just burn you out. And I will say too, when my brain thinks like a mile a minute, it gets exhausting. It's like the combination of my brain having way too many thoughts and overthinking things, and then the thoughts coming at me so like rapid fire that they don't ever finish. And so I will jump from one thought to the next without the first thought finishing, and then I start to get anxiety because I'm trying to remember the first thought that I had, because I'm like, wait, I wanted to finish that thought. Was I worrying about something? Then you can't remember what that thought was because something else interrupted that thought, and you're trying to like go back and forth, and it's like, can y'all just shut up in there? Like, let me finish a freaking thought. I'm trying to remember what I was stressing out about here, and I get stressed because I forget what I was stressing out about. And I'm trying to like go back to, wait, what was I dwelling on? I think that was important. Now I'm super stressed because I think whatever I was dwelling on was important and I can't remember it. Now I'm stressed about that, and then I get stressed about that, and then it's like it just compiles, um, mixed with the fact that I do like a bunch of really, really intense hard workouts quite frequently. I don't really have that many rest days a week. And I mean complete rest days. No matter what, I'm going to walk and do yoga. But on the days that I don't lift, lots of times too, I will do my incline treadmill. So actual, just a light walk and yoga days maybe happen once a week. That's not very often. And I do, push myself in most cases quite hard. So combine that with like a busy brain and just constantly being anxious and stressed, and also putting the pressure on yourself to be perfect in every single interaction that you have and every single thing that you do, and then freaking out anytime one minor thing was slightly imperfect and not being able to let it go, and then constantly hyperventilating about it. You know what? At the end of the day after day after day of that can leave a person feeling somewhat burnt out. So I can acknowledge that, no, I don't have a strenuous life like I said, like a nurse. I don't have a crazy life like somebody with a whole bunch of kids or a whole bunch of like family drama. I'm not going through a divorce. I'm not caring for a sick family member. And I can acknowledge that those things would be very challenging and very hard. And my heart goes out to anybody that it does have that kind of stuff on their plate right now. So it's like, I feel like, well, I shouldn't even complain. I shouldn't even say that I'm tired. And so I apologize, but yo, I'm tired as hell. I'm just so freaking tired. And it's also just like surrounded by a lot of negativity. Sometimes, in life, if you've been in customer service for a lot of your life, like I have, you start to kind of get down because the role that you're in is not always positive, because if people need you, it's usually for not a positive reason. And so it can be trying, it can be draining. And as well, too, just the world around me outside of that also seems very negative. You see so much negativity on the internet. I mean, that's where it seems to be in a huge abundance. And so, given the fact that I don't have like a lot of friends, relationships outside of the internet, it's this isolated bubble of, oh, this is really negative. I'm in a world that's very negative. And, even just acquaintances seem to be very negative. And it's like, everywhere I look, everywhere I turn my head, people just seem utterly miserable. And it drains me because I don't want to be miserable. And I feel like I'm popping into places being like, hi, everybody. Hi, y'all. And everybody's like, eh. And it's like, come on, I wish I could get some kind of like something positive back at me, because you're just constantly putting all of this like hyper happy energy out there, and then everybody's just kind of like sucking it out. Not you guys. I mean, I get so many positive comments a lot on my channel. I don't, obviously, I'm not calling you guys out. Just sometimes you just need a little ray of sunshine in the day. So thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.